I'm going to teach you the exact steps you need to do to break through your weight loss plateau. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Aleksa, I'm the Climate Dietitian, and in today's video I'm going to go through the exact procedure, the exact strategies you need to start doing if you want to break through a plateau. And it's actually a lot more simpler than you may think. Heck, you can even apply it to muscle gain, okay? I don't discriminate. Use this if you're transforming your body and you've reached that plateau that you just can't seem to break. But before we delve into today's topic, as always, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you stay in the loop so you miss none of my awesome videos so I can help you reach your peak through nutrition. Anyways, I've talked enough, so let the lesson start now. Okay, so before we go into the actual strategies, okay, the strategies that we're going to use to break through your plateau, let's talk about how to assess whether you're actually in a plateau as we speak. The blueprint is simple and it goes like this, okay? 1, assess whether you're actually compliant to your nutrition. How adherent are you? Are you following the plan at least 90% of the time? Because if you're not, you can't accurately assess whether you're not getting results and you're plateauing because of either a true plateau or whether it's because you're just not following the plan effectively enough to see those results. So that's number 1, you got to determine that. Number 2 is you got to ask yourself, how long have I been doing it? How long has this plateau been going on for? Is this just a week or two? Or has this been going on for a long period of time and I'm also adherent to the diet plan? Because if you're not compliant and you're not giving enough time, you've got 2 factors there working against you for accurate assessment of progress. But let's say that you are following the plan. Let's say you've given it 2 to 4 plus weeks and you're still not seeing results, or it's kind of the trend is just kind of on maintenance. Then perhaps then you can accurately assess that yes, I am in a weight plateau. So that brings me on to my third point, which is assess the trend. Don't just look at it as, oh, wait, I'm in a plateau because it hasn't changed in a couple of days. What's the trend actually doing, okay? Is it going up? Is it going down? Or is it kind of maintaining? You've got to look at the trend. Too many people focus on just one point of data. You can't do that. So now that you've used those steps to determine if you are truly in a plateau or not in a plateau, let's get into the strategies that you need to do to break through the plateau if you are experiencing one. Okay, there are only 2 ways to get through a plateau. Either by increasing your energy expenditure, exercise, movement, or by cutting back on the food you're eating. It's really that bloody simple. Now, I could leave it there, but that would be doing you a disservice. I'm going to give you actually some tangible strategies, looking at more specifics around these 2 things, so you can actually walk away from this video and start implementing things in your life, in your lifestyle right now, so you can start breaking through that plateau rather than just wondering, how much less do I eat and how much more do I move? I want you to not only walk away with what to do, but how to do it. Okay, let's start with if you're cutting calories. Okay, if you decide to cut calories as your first strategy, you want to do what I like to call being a surgeon, not a butcher. You want to be precise, you want to be strategic, and you want to be doing things patiently. Only cut your calories about 100 to 200 calories at a time, especially if you're hitting those lower level calories, 2,000 calories or less. You don't need to be cutting 500 calories. Okay, so I see this so many times. People freak out because their weight's not doing this and they just cut 500 calories off there, cut 400 there. You don't need to be that hasty. You don't need to be that drastic. Be a surgeon, be specific, be strategic, be patient. By doing, calorie cuts of 500 calories and so, you're only shortcutting yourself, but in the wrong way. Okay, you're shortcutting yourself to giving up because no one wants to keep cutting 500 calories. Trust me, 500 calories is a 1 decent meal in itself. You gotta be slower, okay? You gotta do it more specifically. 100, 200 calories. I've actually cut people's calories by that much. Clients of mine, and they started seeing results, okay? They're like this, cut 100 calories, and they start going down. It's that simple. Because at the end of the day, the aim is to have you eating as much food as possible while having to do the least cardio needed and still get results, okay? Then if you do more cardio because you like to and all that, that's individual. But we wanna have you eating the most food, having to do the less cardio and still getting results. That's the ideal situation. And simply put, that's because that is a recipe for sustainability for a lot of people. And on that note, let's talk about the second part of the equation, the energy expenditure, the calorie use, whatever you want to call it. Let's talk about how you manipulate that in a more easy way. So increasing energy expenditure can be done very simply. You can increase cardio and exercise. That one's very obvious. I don't even have to go in detail about that one. You know that you can exercise more. So I want you to think more broadly today, a bit more outside of the box, if you will. So let's talk about NEAT, non-activity exercise thermogenesis. It can actually be a very neat little tool in your toolbox to just whip out and use when needed. And just as I was saying that line, that sounded dirty, my apologies. So how can NEAT be used? Well, it's actually quite simple. But first keep in mind that some of these suggestions are tiptoeing between the line of NEAT and actual exercise. But really, for the sake of this, who gives a fuck about semantics? Let's just focus on getting your results. Okay, some of my favorite ones is park further away from the shops, park further away from your work. Have to walk more as part of your daily activities will enable you to do more exercise without kind of going out and doing more exercise. Another favorite of mine is, take stairs instead of elevators. That's a good way to kind of increase your energy expenditure. You can ride the bike to work instead of taking a car if you live relatively close. When you go to the shops, when you go to the mall on the weekend, walk around in the long route or kind of, take more steps and kind of walk more just to use that opportunity to do some more walking. The options are countless. Just be creative. Find ways that work for you and your lifestyle. But importantly, be consistent. Don't start saying just because of the sake of it, like, oh, Aleksa the dietitian said park further away from work and walk more that way. And then you start doing it, you realize that you just can't stay consistent with it. That's not going to work, obviously. But then you find out doing more stairs, at work works for you. Great, do that. If both work, do both. Be creative, but be individualized. The key is to make activity more of a part of your daily life, okay? You want to kind of blur the line between exercise and activity of daily living and increase your exercise in that way. Essentially, you're manipulating your environment, okay? You're manipulating your environment to make it more conducive to the change you're trying to make. I mean, talk about #winning, okay? That's an easy way to increase your activity without kind of going, let's go to the gym, let's go for a run, let's go for a bike ride. If that's not something that you enjoy or something that you can't do as often, think about how you can actually manipulate your NEAT and then create ways to include exercise as part of your daily life. So to sum it up, okay, the options are this if you want to break through your plateau. Number 1, eat less calories. Cut by 100, 200 calories at a time and see how you go. Number 2, exercise more, okay? Do more cardio, do more weight training, just do more exercise. And number 3, increase your NEAT through the strategies that we just talked about before by making activity more a part of your daily life. So there you go. Hope this video has empowered you to now realize that it's actually very simple and within your reach to be able to break through that plateau that you've been experiencing and being so frustrated with. You've got now new knowledge, okay? New strategies, tangible strategies. You can actually go out from this video right now. You can walk away from this video, implement them in your life and start seeing results today. At the end of the day, I want you to break free from the shackles of weight plateaus, even though weight plateaus are a natural part of it, and I don't want you to fear them. Understand that they're annoying, so I want you to be able to effectively break through them rather than stressing about what's happening and giving up altogether. As always, I hope you've gained tremendous value from this video. I hope you've enjoyed what I've talked about. I hope you've learned something new. Leave a comment below telling me what your main takeaway is from this video. And of course, hit the like button, okay? Give me a like for this video if you found it useful. And hit the subscribe to my channel, stay in the loop. I've got more videos coming up and I've got a whole bunch of other videos perhaps that you haven't watched yet. If you have any questions, as always, leave it in the comments below or reach out through Instagram. The link is in the description below. And yeah, I'll get back to you through there, answer your questions, help you out, because at the end of the day, I want to be of help to you. I want to help you reach your peak. Tell your friends and family about me. Stay out of trouble, stay classy. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.